there's a little man there with a pint of beer, and he was a man known as Timothy Tosspot.
We've looked at a lot of aspects of history that people regard as very important, but today we're going to look at probably the most important thing in human history. We're going to look at cups. I'm going to allow all sorts of receptacles, I think, for this one. There's a billion we could do, but let's just have some favourite cups.
See, people don't think about how important a cup is, do they? I mean, people eat and drink is the one thing that we can't live without. If we don't have a glass of water, within about 3 days, we're dead. So, holding your hands together, that's no good. The first thing you've got to invent, once you stop eating nuts and berries, is a cup. It's fundamental to human history. And if you're going to travel in time, you need to know your cups.
Yes. learn what your cups are. I mean, it's that thing, isn't it? Have you tried doing that and drinking a lot? It doesn't really work terribly well. And of course, people use bowls these cups. I think we'll allow bowls if you've got a bowl you particularly like. And for centuries and centuries, like mazers are bowls, aren't they? Really, those sort of wooden cups from the Middle Ages. But I want proper cups, really. So, Mark, give me a cup. Show me.
Well,
overfloweth me with your cup.
You know me, always one for a quick visit to Rome. I like it there. You don't, because you don't like the skirts. I think I like it there. I think it's either the colour or the smells. I've never really worked out what it is I like about Rome, but I find Roman drinking cups really quite funny, and I've got a lovely little one here that I picked up because it looks like a vase. It might not look that much to us. It's blue glass. I mean, come on. This is 2,000 years ago. It looks like a vase, but you get to fill it with wine, chat away. Anyone seeing this is going to go, oh, he's got a bit of cash. Look at the blue glass.
And where's it coming from? Is it Egyptian glass or?
Oh, no, I think this is. It's down that way. Yeah, it's going to be Southern Med.
Yeah, because Syria and Egypt, I think, are the big manufacturing places, aren't they? But they make it elsewhere.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, Mark, but it looks like the kind of thing you'd get in your auntie's your granny's cabinet. You know, something unfortunate from the 1970s that probably 5 years ago was worth tuppence is now probably worth hundreds because it's really exciting. So I don't know. No, I like it. I like the cup. It's a nice cup.
Show me a better cup then. Show me a better one.
I've got so many cups here. I've got wow. I love this one. It's a bit dusty because she doesn't come out often. Owl cup. Yeah? Hoot, 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 hoot. Staffordshire, late 17th, early 18th century. And look, take her head off. There's the cup. And then, it's full of candles. I was wondering where they were. Anyway, nice candles. Anyway, yes, you do that. And, you hoot, hoot. I've got a head that I use as a cup. Isn't that brilliant? An owl cup. So beautiful.
Owl cup.
Staffordshire owl cup.
It's not going to get you anywhere, and it's not going to get you a free
What do you mean it's not going to get you anywhere? It'll get you in anywhere.
It's
You could turn up anywhere in history and go, hoot, hoot, I've got a cup that's an owl. Look, hoot. It's late 17th, early 18th century from Staffordshire. It's lovely, isn't it?
You see,
hoot, hoot. Get you in anywhere. Don't know what you mean by that. Get you in anywhere.
I'm going to go for the same end of the same centuries here and try and prove to you how to get your owl cups, okay, but you're not going to get any free drinks with that. People are just going to think, another owl fancier. I mean, they see them all the time. If you walked into a late 17th century tavern with one of these, a little I Like Charlie 2 restoration cup, we're bringing the king back. We're bringing the king back. Everybody's going to give you a drink.
He was great. He didn't kill anyone. Yeah, it's a very pretty cup. I like those. They're weird though, aren't they? It's awful sort of stylised pictures of kings and things, yes.
I'm going to walk in there and go, look, we brought the king back. Hurrah, hurrah. And I get free drink. So I think this one trumps your owl.
Oh, I don't know. You're going to walk into Puritan pub and I could walk in anywhere. Anywhere. Everyone loves an owl. Everyone. I know. I've got so many cups here. 13th century face cup. Love that little face. Look at that. Tigs. Everyone loves tigs. 2 handles. Why have one when you can have 2 handles? But I'm going to show you a new cup in my stable of cups. Modern pewter tankards. Look at that. Lovely. Made by Williams's. A. Williams in Birmingham. Very lovely. But this one, I only got this. A friend of mine got this me the other day. Gaskell and Chambers. Gaskell and Chambers, made in Birmingham in the probably mid-19th century, but in a Georgian shape, because when Chambers take over Gaskell's, they use all their old moulds. And of course, the same old moulds are now owned by Williams's, so they're probably the same moulds. These cups, even though they're a couple of centuries apart, are probably the same. But there it is, my new cup. And look, I've got to clean out the inside because somebody's been storing something rusty in there, which isn't good. But isn't it lovely?
Well,
that's a good cup.
I'm not keen on that. You see,
why not?
Because what you've gone and done is suggested you go and get a Georgian cup, and then you just told me you can get the same one now today. So I'm just going to disallow that. That's not fair.
That's a point, because of course you've got
to bring me a cup that you can't get just by walking around buying one.
This one's a goodie. It's a cup. It is. It's the Central India Horse Show 1933, first prize for tent pegging.
I think one of the lads at school was expelled for tent pegging.
I believe its meaning has slightly changed over the years. Anyway, Mark, what other stupid question? What other cups? How many hundred other cups have you got to squeeze in to this first of a series of 200 cup episodes?
I'm gonna, because you said we can go in any direction. Yeah. I'm going beaker.
Oh,
I like beaker people.
Yeah.
But this is one I picked up at harvest time, 19th century. So you're wandering around, and finally this one will actually hold at least a pint. So I'm very pleased with this. So it's a lovely little harvest beaker. You can hurrah with your newfound harvest mates and be working the land and swigging the ale. My best thing about this is it's covered in little scenes, little tiny decorations, a tree and a dog and a windmill. And if you know what one of them is, there's a little man there with a pint of beer, and he was a man known as Timothy Tosspot. I mean, come on, a mug with Timothy Tosspot on it.
Have you made that up? Why is he called Timothy Tosspot?
A tosspot is someone who tosses pots, who drinks a lot.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
I imagined it had a very different origin. Brilliant.
No, sadly.
Pegging and tosspots. Brilliant.
Drinker.
Yes. And, right, so why are they harvest cups? I've always wondered that. I mean, they sit on the shelf and then you bring them out after a good old scythe and go, you're a tosspot, have this.
I got a nasty feeling someone named them harvest cups a lot later. They're just nice beakers.
Oh, I see, right. Oh, and what else have you got? Come on, let's have another one. I know you've got hundreds lurking there. What you got?
Now, I'm going to finish off with what I think's a show-stopping winner. Because when you're talking about time travel, we always keep flicking back hundreds, thousands of years, but you don't have to. All you have to do to get this amazing cup is go to Woolworths in 1974. Oh. Look at that little beauty. A lustre teacup.
It is absolutely beautiful, and you don't get that colouring anymore. It seems to have perfectly preserved. And I'm sure that even if you chuck that in a landfill, I think our descendants would still enjoy it virtually as it is now in about 1,000 years' time, because that ain't going to ever rot, is it?
Nothing's going to happen to it.
I can almost taste the plasticky feeling on the inside of my mouth, and I'd like to have some warm squash out of there, along with a dry ham sandwich on a hot day in 1977. It's beautiful. Well done. That's Cup of the Week.